All right, Bridget, look here. If your chart look even remotely close to something like this, you need to watch this video. Quick disclaimer. Trading carries a high level of risk, so anything done is your responsibility. The content on this channel is for educational purposes only and are my perspective and personal opinions. You need to watch this video. Okay, let me show you a way. That means more than likely you're not profitable. I don't mean to tell you nothing to hurt your feelings. I just telling you what it is. Now, just find a way now to simplify your charts. That's all this video is about. Simplifying your charts. You need to find a system that you can understand the charts in a simpler sense. You need to understand how price moves. First of all, you can't be looking on indicators and the flippy floppy and the this and that, you know what I mean, and the whole garbage search of indicator heavens to understand what price is doing. Like, I can just make it super simple to tell you right now. Price moves in a very simple way, right? This is the concept of price, but price doesn't move in this exact way, but this is the format of it. It creates a stretch, and then it stops at a point, it comes back down, and then it goes and surpasses that. We already know this, right? Everybody knows this. But how this looks is this. You understand? It's broken down into many different moving pieces. Just find out how price moves, and you can simplify that so you can understand how to look at it. You're supposed to be able, I have a saying, right? If you can't understand something in 5 minutes, you probably don't know enough about it, right? Or you probably should just leave it alone. If you can't understand something in 5 minutes, leave it alone. It's just not for you, because more than likely the thing that you can understand in 5 minutes, more than likely is your calling, more than likely is something that you can actually go and make money with, right? So that's the reason why I'm here, to try to teach you in certain things. I learned under MentorFX. I learned under a few people, but MentorFX was the closest to getting me to that point to realize what this thing is. You know what I mean? And all, like, kudos to him and all that kind of stuff. And now I've just simplified what he has taught into my own way of understanding, to the point now that I can teach it. Very simply put, like, this is the format of how price moves. Like, this is all you're looking for. You know what I mean? And like, if I mark it up to how I would want to see my charts, it's very simple like this. I make a simple liquidity target top after I see a high is created and price moves away from that. I know that this is what I want to see because it's been doing that on repeat for the past. I can see it easily. Like, you know, I can just hop on the charts and easily see what my trend is. It's been creating highs. You know what I mean? So if I can see that already, why would I, you know what I mean? You're supposed to just find a way to make it simple, man, because it's not hard. Life itself is not hard. And I think charts and trading is a perfect representation of what life is and can be like. Like, you don't need it to be this big or complicated complex machine. Simplify the complex, simplify the complexity of the thing, and that's how you become a genius, quote unquote genius, right? But in really, even you just being a genius is just you simplifying something that people tend to make super complex. Like, here's the simple system now. Okay, if that's the case, what do you see tends to happen all the time? It moves away from that and goes in the upward direction. Cool. So if I just bought right here, if I just bought right here, if I just bought right there, and put my stop losses under the most recent low, under the most recent low, under the most recent low, I'm bound to see some form of profitability depending on my system, you know what I mean? But so far, you know what I mean, you can see where these things move. Like, even onto this one here, if you dedicated yourself and said, all right, let me just wait until it reaches a 1 to 5 to go break even, you still in this trade right now, and you still in this one, and you still in this one. Like, you know what I mean? Simplify your charts, but something that you can jump on the chart immediately and read within a couple of seconds. You should not be reading. If it takes you longer than 30 seconds to mark up a chart, something not right. You are, trust me. Anyways, and I can show you the continuity of this same thing. So see, we saw that leg. Look at this. Oh, the same concept. We saw it break this one. Cool. So we must be bullish. Cool. How do we prove that? We go to the next one, we see this, go to the next one, where's the next one? Okay, cool, it goes up to the target right there. You know what I mean? And it's on repeat. Here's another one right here, boom, it creates that. That's the liquidity target top. And then see, it never does pass it right there, but it gives you opportunities in it. And this is on the monthly chart. You know what I mean? If I took away all of this, then you'd say, oh, well, that's just on the monthly chart. No, you're wrong, family. Let me drop straight down to the 1 minute and just show you what it is. I'm on the 1 minute right now. And again, I can read it real quick. What are we doing right here? We just popped right out of this. We just popped right out of that. We just did the same thing right here again. And you would have taken an L right there with this one. All right? You'd have just taken an L right there with this one. Ooh. But then guess what it did again? It came right back and did the same thing over and over again. Popped right through this one. Boom. Come on, man. And if you did your trade right here, if you popped right there, if you did it right here, you'd have taken an L. But then it came back and did it again right here. You know, like simplifying your charts is probably the easiest way to profitability. The most dangerous thing right now in trading is not the knowledge that you already have. It's you, your greed, your lack of patience, and you hop into different strategies all the time. You're not patient. You don't have any discipline with the strategy that you have. And this to me is not even a strategy. This is just market mechanics. You know what I mean? I simplifying the thing. Now to be even more frank, I simplified it in this way. You know what I mean? So to help me stay in the trades even better. So I only have these MAs right here. I won't tell you exactly what it is because I want you to join the Discord. I want you to join the community because I simplify things all the time. And that's just how I am. Not even in trading just alone, but in my businesses as well. I own an AV company. I made that simple, like that system simple. I own a media company. I made that very simple. I still use both of them to make money up to this day. You know what I mean? And trading is nothing but the same thing. So I simplified the system after learning from a lot of people and realizing that these people were just making money on the back end, like having people come in and pay them every month and blah, 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 blah. The difference with what I am doing is I am doing the same thing, but this is for a real reason, a just reason, because I am teaching you something that works. You know what I mean? A big difference. So why not join? Why not find a way to make it simpler? Your charts should never be looking like a kid came in and just pressed a whole bunch of buttons. You know what I mean? You should never look like that. It should be very simple. Like how I read my charts, I won't tell you exactly how I read it with this MA system here, but my MAs never do cross. They never do cross, and you can just look and see how it works. You can look on my MAs and see like, oh, okay, if this happened, I would get into this based on what I just told you, right? So you can go back and replay this video over and over again and see the simplicity of what I'm showing you. Like, on my YouTube channel alone, you can become profitable. But of course, now you, again, it's not the knowledge that's stopping you. It's about you, your greed, and then your lack of patience, and then switching different strategies all the time. So you are the reason why you're not profitable, not the knowledge that you already have, because more than likely the knowledge what you have can suffice. It's you and your psyche that is damaging your entire profitability and your chance of success and financial freedom. And I'm also talking to myself because I was once there, still there to a certain degree, but I'm not there anymore because I've realized that having a community, having a place like this in my Discord and all these other places, you can have accountability. Accountability is the most serious thing, right? And obviously simplifying the system. So simplifying the system and accountability. How you get the accountability is through being in a community of people that know what the F they're doing and not selling or buying signals and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So find a way to simplify your system. After you simplify your system, then find a way to be accountable. Hold yourself accountable and have other people hold you accountable. I am my brother's keeper. Yeah, that's what a community is. Join a community that can actually help you with that. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can give you, right? You know, that can actually help you in that sense. Join the Discord. If you want, you can join the WhatsApp group. I might put the number there, or maybe not, because the WhatsApp thing, I want to get away from the WhatsApp and just leave it straight to Discord. Subscribe to the channel, obviously, so you can see more videos like this. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't. You know what I mean? And it's So this is what I'm showing you now. It happens across all time frames. Does not matter which time frame or which pair. The same simplifying of the system should happen for whatever strategy, whatever you're doing. Simplify it. If I can't explain it to you within a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds, then I shouldn't be teaching it either. Straight up. And let me show you just real quick as proof, like, let me just make sure this thing recording. Yeah, let me show you as real, like, proof and things like that, that this thing is not just a strategy, but it's actually the mechanics of the market, like simplifying it, or finding the simplest way to explain what this market thing is and what it does. There's no other way you can explain this very simpler than how I'm showing you right now. Look at this. So this is the same idea. Come, look, see, boom, came right here, made a higher high, boom. Now you'd have taken that L, boom, woo, 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 blah, blah, blah. Probability of trades. There's no 100% success rate, never. And even if there is, that person's still not making money, and they don't exist anyways. So you'd have taken that L right there. Let me actually put that back right there. Then all of a sudden, you're back in another trade. Boom. Now you're taking off with this one, right? It's the same thing on repeat. Look at this one right here. I know for a fact you're seeing it as I'm showing it to you, and hopefully your mind is blown as to how simple this thing is and can be. And look at this. So this is why I want to blow your mind with, to make you understand what it is. If I just erase this and go down to here, you tell me what you see. You tell me what you see. You see the same things. Price making a high, coming down, leaving that gap up here, and once it trades through it, you just get into it. You know what I mean? Simple things. Guess what year this is? 2015. Now let me go to gold. Let me go to gold, and I'm on the monthly. Let me show you something. About to blow your goddamn mind. Let me show you. Let me see if I can put on all gold drawings. Boom. Right? It's the same thing that I've been doing for the longest time too. Same way, you know what I mean? Look at this. This is in 1976, my friend. 1976, bro, trust me. Listen, it's the same thing. So let's say you went in 1973 and you had charts. Somehow you had electronics and you were just trading still. Guess what you would be seeing? Boom, highs being traded through, which you would have been getting in right here. You'd have been getting in right there. You know what I mean? Look at this thing on repeat since 1973, bro. I'm not telling you no bullshit. This is just what it is. And again, like how I use my MAs, you know, it makes it even more simpler. But again, I'd show you how I think about that. If you join the Discord and you pretty much ask, and when I do the webinars and stuff like that, look at these different entries right here, like on a smaller scale right there, and then on a bigger scale, like when it passes through the entire zone. Like, come on, like, and since that time, look at this again, came all the way up, came back down, and once it traded through, this could have been your trade. See, I have this as an example that I've been showing my students pretty much, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing happening on repeat. Look at this. It almost like mind-blowing at the fact that it just continues to do the same thing. Now we're in 2025, and do you think this thing is just going to magically change like that? No. The reason why it moves like this is because of supply and demand. Like, it's a very simple concept, but supply and demand viewed differently, because of course people tell you to wait on a break and retest when it comes back to supply and demand and blah blah blah, but price has a tendency to not return to a zone when it goes and breaks it. You know what I mean? It has a tendency to not do that, but it does often. Not even often, but it does once in a while. But when you understand how it just moves and takes off, you don't even need to care about it coming back. Because see, like even right here as an example, when it tore through this one, it never did come back. You understand? It never did come back. When it tore through this one, came back right here, but it never like came back to one of these zones or whatever it is that people would be telling you, like, you know what I mean? Oh, come down all the way down here, and what is it called? Yeah, come down all the way down here, and this is a gap in the market and fair value gap. Nothing wrong with fair value gaps. I think they're really cool too, but you waiting on them to come back down, that not gonna work. Better to look for like the zones that are being traded through, which are creating the demand zones. So I realizing is, don't rely so much on the old demand zones. You know what I mean? Don't worry about the old demand zones. Look at the ones that are just being created, because the ones that are being created, those are the most active and potent ones to be in, because that's where the money is and pushing it further. And that's just a little bit more in depth to what I wanted to tell you to in how to simplify your charts and everything. You know what I mean? Just simplify it. Find a way to not have that thing in the beginning that I just showed you, and you can literally be a whole lot more profitable, like in terms of your ratio, right? Literally, because where you, I don't even know where you guys are entering, to be entirely honest. Like the old patterns, I've abandoned it so long ago that I realized that I've reprogrammed my entire mindset towards this thing. And now I realized, okay, now I know how the market mechanics work. I just needed now to work on myself. My greed, I'm a greedy guy. Like I reach, I could have $100 account and I flip it to 200% in a day, and I'm up like 3 bills, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, cool, financial freedom is right around the corner, my boy, and I ready to risk it all. That me, that's me. Or I would see a lot of money on the table and leave it, because I think, you know, you're going to go more, a whole lot more, you know what I mean? And then instead of realizing where I'm at, or just having a system that is simplified, that makes me make money all the time, you know, that's the type of thing. But anyways, I can leave you guys and make you walk with this one. I think you got some value in this. If you did get some value, at least let me know, and then join the Discord. The Discord gonna be in the description. And what else? My broker gonna be in the description as well. Who else? TradingView. Yeah. And mostly wanting the community to be built up and stuff like that, you know what I mean, and turn as many people as I can lives in a better state than what it is, by helping you become profitable. Key level, this is your boy Tev. Big up yourself, but guidance and protection, you know what I mean, manners all the way.